Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and I hope you're in the festive spirit. This video is going to be me going through all the makeup on my face. I used all budget friendly products, including the tools as far as I know. Maybe a couple of brushes here and there might be over budget, but everything I used is budget friendly. Some of it you have to buy in store and some of it you can buy online, but it's all affordable. And I even used a little bit of glitter, but it's not loose glitter, it's you'll see in the video, but it's a little bit cleaner and easier to use. So if you want to see how I created this festive party appropriate makeup, just keep watching. So I haven't really planned what I'm going to do. I just know everything's going to be kind of budget friendly and I want to do something maybe a little bit sparkly. So I'm going to start off with primer. I'm going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin. This is like a silicone kind of slippy primer. Not for everyone, but for my skin it works because I have large pores. And as you can see, I'm near the end of it, hence the weird faces because I have to squeeze it out. So I kind of put the majority of the product on the centre of my face. That's where I have the largest pores and where I get oily the most. And then kind of pat it out to the rest because I do get oily around the rest of my skin too. For foundation, I think I'm going to mix two. Obviously you don't have to, I just am because I have to. I'm going to mix L'Oreal True Match and the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. This one's a little bit too matte for me, so mixing them together kind of gives still longevity, but it's not as kind of flat on the skin. I'm just going to plop a squeeze of both of these onto my hand and mix them together. And I'm using the Real Technique Sculpting Sponge, which is affordable as well. I really like this. It's a funny shape, but I like the way it applies product. So I'm just bouncing that in. So I am super excited for Christmas. Are you? I booked a house. Last year we went to Spain and we really enjoyed it. But John felt like it wasn't Christmassy enough. So we're meeting somewhere in the middle this year and we've booked an Airbnb just like an hour away from Dublin down in Wexford, and it's a nice big house. So me and John and my mum and my brother are going down on the 23rd of December and then we're coming back on the 27th. So we'll still kind of be back to kind of hang out with friends and stuff for Christmas, but we get to kind of run away for a few days as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. So we have to do a big Christmas food shop in the next few days. So the four of us are going to do that, so that should be fun. I'm going to go in with a bit of under eye concealer. I'm going to use the Maybelline Eraser Eye this is in the colour Light, I believe. I've had funny feelings about this because it's not light enough for me, but as you can see, it's nearly empty. So what I've been using it for is more colour correcting, and I find it works really well. So I will kind of go over it with another concealer, but for kind of counteracting darkness, it's pretty good. On me anyway, because I'm quite pale. So next up in my routine is always brows. So I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown, which I use all the time. And again, it's affordable. I think it's a tenner in Boots, or you can probably get it online cheaper as well. I know I've bought it a couple of times from ASOS and gotten a better deal on it. And then I'm going to go in with the thing I have been using for ages now, the Freedom Duo Brow Powder in Soft Brown. So I tend to kind of use the darker colour on the end of my brows and then use the lighter colour more in the front. My brows have come a long way over the course of 2016, but they still need a lot of help. And as we all know, some brow days are better than others, but you just have to get on with it. And then I'm just going to comb them through with the spoolie on the end of the pencil. Just lightly. Set them in place with, this is the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Pencil, but it has brow mascara on the end. So I'll just use that. So onto eyes. To prime my eyelids, I'm going to use the Flormar Eye Perfection Primer. and this is in the shade Bright Illuminator. I don't find this the best for keeping oiliness at bay on the eyelid, but it does cancel out any redness, and if like sandwiching products on top, it works grand. But again, this is more affordable than maybe the balm one I usually use, or Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I'm just going to grab, I have the, what's this called? The Revolution, Makeup Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave palette. Whoa, say that with a few vodkas on you. I'm just grabbing this, and I'm going to use like, there's like a matte, is it matte? It looks matte, kind of skin colour shade. And I'm going to put this on the upper part of my eye, just to set the primer. So I'm potentially going to keep this really simple. Well, it probably will be simple because I'm not a makeup artist. But this is the Sleek Rockstar Strobe Souffle in Smoky Quartz. This is a face highlighter, but I like using it on my eyes as like a shimmery base. And I think they work really well. There's two of them. The other one is kind of pinky, and this is more golden. So I'm just using a teeny tiny bit of it on my eyelid, just one on my finger. And it has a bit of a sparkle to it, which is really pretty. And then keeping on the Rockstar theme, I'm taking the Rockstar Collections Diamond in the Rough palette as well. And I think I'm going to go with the kind of golden shade here, which has a shimmer to it as well. This is a powder. And I'm just taking it on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to go on top of the cream. I'm just blagging this, I have to be honest. I rarely go into my makeup with a plan. I can plan products, but the rest of it I just go with what I'm feeling in that moment. I'm keeping this below my crease because I am kind of going to deepen it up a little bit with some matte colours, I think. So that's that done. And then I think I'll stay with the Fortune Favours the Brave, and there's like a matte taupey colour here, so I'm going to use that on a blending brush, and I'm going to apply some of that into the crease. I know a lot of my makeup that I do is quite samey, but it's just makeup that I would actually wear. Like, I know I deal with a lot of browns and stuff, but I try to think of it as like real life makeup because I'm a real person. But I might venture out a little bit more in 2017 when I get a bit braver. Fortune favours the brave after all. So I'm going to take the chocolate matte shade beside it as well on a fluffier brush. This is a blank canvas dual-ended brush, so it has an E26 and an E25. So I'm going to take it on the tip of the E25 and just work a little bit into my crease. I keep breathing through my mouth because I have a cold and my nose is blocked. I did use one of them sniffer things to kind of clear the airways a little bit, but if you can hear it, I apologise. But I'm really glad that I have it this week so that I don't hopefully have it for Christmas. So I just flipped over the brush and using the side that I put the taupey colour on, that's what I'm using to kind of blend out the darker colour. Then to highlight the brow bone, I think I'm going to mix the shade I used originally, like the skin colour matte shade, and this colour here on a flat brush and use that under the brow bone. Just for a little something something. My brow bone doesn't look right without some sort of shadow on it. And if you lost any of the kind of shiny intensity on the lid from the blending, you can just go back in with the original shimmery colour. So I'm going to tightline, I think I'll leave the top lash line for now, but I'm going to tightline with the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Eyeliner in black. Oh, this is never good to show or do. I really struggle with how tickly that is. Makes my eyes water. But I like the way it looks. Beauty is pain. I'm just doing this now as like a guideline to how smoky I want to do my bottom lash line and that. Like, you can always go back in. So that's it done for a minute anyway. And I'm going to grab some glitter liner. I really want Urban Decay Midnight Kale Buy. I really have to buy some. But for now I'm using, this is a Catrice liner. I think it's from Christmas last year. So I don't know if you can still get it. But it's just like a glitter gold liner. And I'm going to pop some of that on the lid. This is a good alternative if you don't want to work with glitter, because you might find it a bit too hard or a bit too messy. This is a good way to kind of get that glitter look, and it's a little bit safer. So I'm just kind of patting it on lightly and then patting it out with my fingers. Don't go too hard with this though, because you don't want to lift the eyeshadow that you put on underneath either. So I think I need some sort of liner on the top lash line, but I don't want to go too harsh with a pencil or a liquid. So I think I might use powder. So I'll just pick up the Makeup Revolution palette again, and there's a black in here, and I'm taking a little Sigma liner brush and I'm just going to trace that across the upper lashes. Apologies if the lighting looks a bit different, my camera died, but all I had done was just lined my top lash line. So I'm going to do my bottom lash line now. So I'm going to grab just the two colours that I used in the crease for a bit of definition on a fluffy brush. I quite like a blown out lower lash line. Not too dark on me, but I like it quite low down. So I use a fluffier brush to kind of diffuse the colour a little bit, and I'm kind of connecting it to the colour on my top lash line. And then obviously I need more concealer because I'm looking a bit dark. So I'm using the Lasting Collection concealer. No, sorry. What was it called? The Lasting Perfection concealer from Collection. And I'm going to pop some of that under there. And I don't actually have like a face concealer that I use that's budget friendly. So I'm going to use this because I got some spots. Damn hormones. And I'm going to use this little Zoeva face shape brush to blend that in. So because it is a party look, I will pop some lashes on, but I am going to curl my lashes a teeny tiny bit just because they're really straight. This is a Penny's eyelash curlers as well, which is affordable, $1.50. So I'm just going to give them a light curl. Usually I go to town with the curling, but it's easier to put lashes on if your lashes are a little straighter. So I'm going to pop a layer of mascara on. This is the Catrice Glam & Doll Waterproof Mascara. This is probably my favourite budget friendly mascara on the market. I don't necessarily use it on my bottom lashes. It doesn't last as well, but I can get away with it. The lashes I'm going to use are from Kiss Makeup, and they're the Ritzy lashes, which look a bit like this. They're more kind of feathered on the outside corner, which are kind of the most flattering kind of style on me. So I'm going to pop these on. These have been used already, so they're perfectly rounded to my eye. And I'm using the Duo latex free glue, which I suppose wouldn't be deemed as budget friendly particularly, but I think it's only like £5 or £6, so it's not too bad. But glue does come with the Kiss lashes. And then you just do the wavy dance, letting the glue go tacky a little bit. And as I said, I've already used these lashes, so they are kind of shaped to my eye already, which makes them easier to use. That's why we never throw out lashes if we can help it, because once you've worn them once, they kind of mould to the shape of your eye and make it so much easier to apply. So I'll pop the other one on too. So while the glue is drying on the lashes, I'm going to do some cream contouring. So I have the Colourpop Sculpting Stick, and this is in the shade Dove, and it's just a cool toned cream cream contour stick, and I think this was $5. Bargain. Although the shipping is not really a bargain. But I got this with free shipping, so it was a bargain. To set under my eyes and to do some powder contouring as well, I'm going to use the NYX, oh, I just hit myself in the face, the NYX contour, so it's a highlight and contour pro palette. So I'm going to use the yellow shade and like the skin colour shade under my eyes to set everything. And I'm just going to go over where I cream contoured with some of the face coloured powder, so I can powder contour over top. So I'm going to use this shade here, which is like the coolest brown in the palette. Oh, and this is a Real Techniques contour brush. If you can't do a bit of contouring in Christmas, when can you do it? I'm still on the contour train. I'll take any help I can get. To bronze the skin up a little bit, I'm going to use this No bronzing powder in 10. This is a new brand to Ireland, so I'm trying out a few bits at the minute. And so far I like the bronzer, and it smells really good too. So I'm going to use that to warm up my skin a little bit. Just kind of putting it everywhere. Contour always looks crazy on the camera on my forehead, but in real life it doesn't look as scary. But I'm going to go over it with face powder anyway, so we won't worry about it yet. To finish off the eyes then, I'm going to just pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. And I'm going to use it to marry my real lashes with the fakies too. And because I can't leave the house without an inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this Essence Little Brow Monsters highlight, and well, it's meant to be for under your brow, but I use it under or in my inner tear duct. I sandwiched the product there because it doesn't tend to last very long, so I'll use something like that, and then I'll go in with I'll actually use the same shade that I used on the lid from the Sleek palette, and just use that over the cream to set it in place, and it makes it look a bit more shiny too. What next? Blush. I have here the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in Sugar and Spice. Looks a bit like that. So I think I'm going to use just the neutral kind of mauvey shade here on the end. And just pop a bit of that on my cheeks. And that's a bit pinker than it looks in the pan, but it'll do. Then to set my face, I'm going to use my damp sponge and this, which I've actually never used before. It's the Pace Cosmetics rice powder. So it's a translucent powder. Comes with a puff, but I'm not going to use that. So we'll give this a go. This company actually opened a kiosk here in Dublin the other day. You used to be only able to get it in like certain chemists and stuff like that. I haven't used much from them, but what I've used has been nice. It's budget, but it's kind of higher end budget. I've been going through like a sponge phase with applying powder. I just think it gives like you're able to whack a load of powder on, which I need, but it gives it a little bit more of a natural finish. It kind of melts it into the skin. For highlighter, I'm going to use Sleek Solstice highlighting palette, and I'm going to use the like the peachy shade here. This is probably my favourite drugstore highlighter. And sure, look, it's Christmas. We can whack on as much highlighter as we want. For lips, I think I'm just going to keep it neutral. I'm going to use the Penneys PS Love lip liner in number 6, which is like a brown nudie colour. And I'm going to line my lips with that. These lip liners are a bargain and a half. They're $1.50. And then over top, I'm going to use the Rimmel The Only One matte lipstick in 200 Salute, which is like a pinky nude colour. So I'm just going to pat that over top. I'm not a fan of the smell of these, but I really like the formula. And I've run out of my trusty L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray, so I'm just going to use some La Roche-Posay Cera Zinc, which is a toner, but it does kind of a similar job, as in like it sets everything and makes it look less powdery. And that's my easy, affordable Christmas / party makeup done. So I hope you enjoyed that and found something useful, or maybe found some product that you want to try. I can't believe that Christmas is literally just around the corner. I hope you're enjoying the run up to it. I definitely am. I'm enjoying buying all the presents and kind of getting prepared. So yeah, if you learned anything from it, please give this video a thumbs up, and you can always subscribe as well. I try to put out one video a week, as well as blog on beautynook.ie. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.